Hey everybody, all live chat, and let's do a cool, nope, 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 hey, okay, no filter, that works. How's it going everybody? This is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity, doing my Monday live chat. It's only going to be about 30 minutes or so long, so reason being is because the kids, oh yeah, there's a share button. There's a share, create post, live, 4:30, post. And then there's another share button on here. Share. Nope. Nope. No other one. How's everybody doing? One thumbs up already. I'm doing pretty good today. Yesterday we did a interesting test of a live on my 3D printer. Let me know if you've seen that. What's up, Kendall White? Yo, how you doing? I wish there was a way to keep the chat up all the time. Anyways, usually I do this longer because my son, I usually start around 7:30, but my oldest son is swimming at a different pool today, so my dad took him. And instead of my dad driving, instead of me having to pick him up and being here extra long, I only get 30 minutes today, so sorry for the shorter live stream, but hey, you know, we're gonna do the best we can with today. I saw the 3D print. How did the frames turn out? Frame? They came out good. The Velocity Stack, Old School Dave, by the way, I put them live on the website. The Velocity Stack. Actually, I just finished printing another one. Because really, if I print multiple, when the nozzle leaves the object, it leaves a little trail because I don't have the retraction set correctly. I need to tune it a little bit more. So it leaves these little strings that come out of it, and I have to like shave them all off. So I just print it one at a time. I mean, I don't think a lot of people will buy the Velocity Stack, but you know, I did get 4 of the other thing and then 2 of the radiator cover. So I set those up, and those will be pretty good soon. Well, no, the radiator cover will be up there pretty soon, but the other stuff is there now. The bracket and the Velocity Stack is set. I've never had other people walk behind me while I'm doing a live stream before, so it's kind of weird for me, a little bit new. Anyways, thanks for the 2 thumbs up so far. Been running for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Today will be a 30-minute live. My son is swimming right now. Maybe at the very end we'll go take a look at him swimming. Anyways, yeah, so the 3D print came out good. It's gotten me wondering, how can I use that a little bit more? I really enjoyed running the 3D print. And then while the 3D print was running, I had a chance to just jump in, chat with everybody who joined in. So that worked out really well in that aspect. I'm still not feeling as hot as I could be today, but hey, you know, I promised another live, so it's 2 days in a row for lives. So yeah. So if anyone's seen the headlight video, I'd like to hear some opinions on the headlight video. What's up, Mr. Betonator? Made it to the show, to the live, the Monday live. It's probably about 30 minutes earlier than normal. So if you can see it at a distance, way out there, me and my son, we rode the Zuma to swim practice today. Reason that the Zuma has been in play a lot lately is because we went to my son's long course practice and meet, and I put $10 in gas, and it was barely above the red. And then by the time we were done going to that course, and coming back again. Why does it sound like a truck's falling apart? Coming back again, I already used half of what I put in. So that was already $5 down the drain. So I told my wife that I'm going to do a lot more scooter riding for practice this summer, because it's ridiculous how much gas I'm burning. And then that car takes Supreme. So like, you're like, ugh, it's gonna injure your wallet a lot. So, how long did the stack take to print? The stack took 5.5 hours, almost between 5.5 and 6 hours. And for $10, that's a pretty good price considering. But then again, it's not much effort. The effort was spent tuning the printer a long time ago. So that's what you're paying for, is the tuning of the printer that was before all this. Actually, right now, I am editing a firmware, a Marlin firmware for that printer, so that it can use the BL Touch bed level sensor, so I don't have to level it anymore manually with a piece of paper and turn screws and stuff. I don't know if anyone's ever used a 3D printer, but manual bed leveling sucks. Sup, we met at Bikes on the Bayou. Oh, hey, what's up? I know this guy. He has the CBR 650R at the Bikes on the Bayou. I haven't really got a chance to ride that bike very much lately, but I do miss it. And I hope you saw the quick shifter video, because I'm telling you right now, for the price and the ease of install for that quick shifter that you put on there, like, it's worth every penny. You don't need it at all. You don't need it at all, but it is an amazing mod that you could put on your bike that that makes it that much better of a bike for fun. Caesar, be honest, do you like the headlight setup more than the old one? I like the older one more. I'm not going back to the older one. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Oh, hey, that's cool. I don't know if you've seen the video in the channel for my eBay Austin Racing fake one. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Power Commander 5 for sure sometime over the summer, and then get that bike tuned. My daughter's graduating high school, so every dollar is going to that right now. So what I was thinking, Mr. Betinator, is on the headlight, if I took that little light and I put it on the triple tree instead of sticking out of the battery box, I think it would look cooler. It's that gap in the front that really is bothering me, between the wheel well, between the triple tree bottom and the battery box. And then the battery box looks incredibly square right now. So I wish I could show pictures in here what it looked like. But now on Wednesday, I have a demo of the headlight at night. And for a headlight that's like this big, it is freaking bright. Like, it has spread. You can see mailboxes as you're riding down in the middle of the road. At the same time, you can see all the way to the end of the street, and it lights up signs. So it's pretty cool. I personally enjoy it greatly. As far as its functionality, but its looks is questionable. So far, I'm getting about 50-50 on people who like that headlight. Yeah, that like the headlight. What was your name again? Nicholas. So I'm going to have I think there's a big bike ride coming soon. Keep watching the channel in the community section, and you'll see posts if there's a ride that's coming up soon for that. I saw that. Definitely tune your bike when you can. Yeah, I'm wondering if I can at least get the stock numbers off of there, because I did put a Canon air filter in there, and then the exhaust, so I'm pretty sure I need a tune. It's probably running a little lean with a free-flowing catless exhaust on there now. All right, 3 thumbs up. Been running for 10 minutes. Hopefully everyone's doing okay today. Today is Monday, the beginning of a new week, and all I can say is that it's gonna be a good week. Now, I am on call this weekend for my job, so I won't be able to go out and do anything, but I will be able to record some videos, so that'll be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do another live of the 3D printer if I can come up with some new designs or something like that. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, well, this is not obviously a popular live stream right now. The headlights are the eyes of the vehicle. You took away its eyes pretty much. Looking forward to what you do next. Well, I took away its eye. It was a monopod, so I took away its eye. The other monopods use the 8-inch light, and to me, it looks gross. I mean, Ruck City, they like it, and they put it on all their bikes. If anything that happens next, I will try to put that light between the forks. Maybe I may leave it like that for a while because I really don't want to mess with it, and I don't have to buy another front battery box. And then if I don't like that, then I'll probably just end up going with the twin light, the stock headlight frame, and make a bracket so I could put it on like the just for show rack on the front again. I did like that setup. The only reason I took that setup is off because it was hitting the Grom fender. I'm always down for a little, yeah, the air filter helps a lot, really. The bike could really use the tune with the system when you come out to the PP1 meets. After my daughter's graduation, it's getting more difficult because my kids are in all those swim competitions and meets for the summer league. Once that's over, and I'll have more time to be able to do some stuff. But yeah, that's cool. What else is going on? My brother got a Honda Ruckus for $300. $300. It is in terrible condition. The guy who used it put a filter, air filter, like a breather filter, like this big on the intake, and was asking why it was bogging. Gave up and sold it to my brother for $300. No title. Now, we took the VIN and ran it, and it is 100% clear, not stolen or anything. So he got a front frame that's clear, not titled, but clear. He's got the headlight assembly, a good get motor that runs, a rear frame, wheels, an ECU, everything. So if he was to part out that bike for the ECU and all these other pieces, like, he'd be good, man. He could make all his money back for that, and then still have a good front frame to build his. He wants to build a PCX Ruckus, which I'm all for that. That's pretty cool. Is there a certain way that you manage your money for fun stuff, like your scooter, motor stuff? Just carry. If I have a certain budget system. I only spend what YouTube makes and what I sell from the smallenginevelocity.com and the super chats. I spend only maybe maximum 20% of my own money on top of that, only because I'm one of those people who run his household with zero credit. Well, that's not true anymore, but that's how I usually run it. Is I live within my paycheck. Everything else, I don't use credit. Now, when I traded this SV650 for the CBR, there was a little bit of a balance, and I financed that. But all the cars are paid for. They're all used. They're not the newest things in the world, but they're paid for. I don't know if anyone here has experienced the freedom of no car payment, but it is absolutely wonderful. It's like you have so much more spending power whenever you don't have a car payment. But I do have a little bit of a payment for the bike, and that's fine because that'll help build my credit a little bit more, because because I don't use credit hardly ever, then I don't have much of a credit history at the moment. Spencer, what's going on? And yes, a PCX Ruckus would be sweet, but he wants to do it with that custom rear frame. So he can actually sell that rear frame with the center mount shock for the PCX bike. So yeah, that's what he wants to do. I told him to build me a rear frame so I could put the 2T two-stroke motor that I have in there. Kyle Anstron says, no car payment is the best. I absolutely agree. Yes, so much more buying power. You have the option of liability insurance, depending on how good the car is, if you really care or not. About to be debt-free for my Chunder next month. Very excited. Yes. When you make that last payment, it's pretty cool. I've only done that with one car. I've traded other ones in before, or they've gotten wrecked and then they got paid out and I just went and bought a cash car or something like that. Old School Dave says, yeah, T2 Ruck. That'd be cool, but I would do it on a stock rear frame. I wouldn't do it on on my brother Ruck custom frame, because I do like that angled sweep. And then I want to try to do a bucket seat, so we'll see. Everybody, thank you for the 4 thumbs up so far, or the 4 likes. I appreciate it so far. We've been running for 16 minutes. I am out with my youngest son at his swim practice, and my oldest son is with my father out at his other swim practice somewhere else. He's not going to be able to make it here today, so yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, and that's the reason why today's live is only 30 minutes. Ooh, Dorito made it. Dorito made it to 2. He was here on the 3D print stream, which is interesting. The 3D print stream was different, in my opinion. I've never done anything like that before. I've seen other people do it. I think I saw Rolling Ranch, Denver. I think I saw him do it. Where do 2Ts even come from? 2-stroke motors from like a 50cc Yamaha Zuma, I think, starting anything younger than 2008 or 2009. The new 50cc's are 4-stroke. The older ones are 2-stroke. After a certain year, there's ones called Bug Eyes, and then there's of course, the ones before that are called pre-bugs. Pre-bugs are the sought-after one. Bug Eyes are almost a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. They're still cool, and they're still fun to ride, for sure, but, yeah. Dorito said he did a few things on prints. So, Dorito, I'm actually, just before I got here, I was modifying a version of Marlin to fit on my CR10 so I can use a BL Touch for auto bed level. I finally printed and got all the stuff. I finally got all the parts I need to, printed the bracket. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. It shouldn't be too hard. If you had the money, we had the Nissan Z, the GR Corolla, or is it GR or GT? The Corolla, for sure, the Corolla. Yeah, pre-bug is cool. I like the way it's shaped, and then it's ultra light. Dorito, did you have to modify yours to do the BL Touch, or did it come that way? I've had to do modifications on it. So far, I've replaced it with a V2 board, which I believe I should be able to flash Marlin on there with the modifications. Plus, what's cool with Marlin is it has thermal settings to protect you from thermal runaway. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of these stories, but people do 3D prints and then leave their house, and then something breaks, and they get thermal runaway on their hot end or their bed, and then it catches on fire and like burns their house down. Well, with the Marlin firmware, it has limitations in the software as the hottest temperature you could possibly use. And so you can't actually catch anything on fire, and then it'll do thermal shutdown. Oh, hey, Spencer, super chat. I appreciate it. This is my first super chat in like 2 weeks. I really appreciate it, man. Like I said before, that's all, like literally 100% of it goes into the projects. And when I say projects, I don't mean like where the ghetto is, like, you know, the ghetto, wherever that is. Actually, that's a Mormon church. The ghetto, well, that's not the ghetto either, but you know, the ghetto. It goes to the projects that I have. Mine, I think, came like that, but my printer guy has done tons of mods to it. It's about time. I'm really sick of manual bed leveling, because every time I push on those springs, they bounce back just a little bit different. So then I got to re-bed level everything again. Now, the magnetic bed cover, like when you pull that off and then you click it and you put it back on, that makes it a little bit more consistent. Again, thank you, Spencer. I believe it. I appreciate it. Javon Brandon, I just bought the Ghost 250cc motorcycle from Venom. All right, so those of you who are unaware, the Ghost, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is the cruiser, the Harley-looking one, right? I think it's a single 250 or a parallel 250. I'm not 100% sure. Which Dorito, by the way, I told you before, I was talking to Venom, and they want to give me that 200cc automatic street bike, mini bike, Grom looking thing. That'll be cool. I'd like to see. And really what that's for is, oh, and I get to keep it at the end too. But that's for that one my wife is gonna ride. Fix, but ooh, Corbin, and he's a stage 2. Yay, Corbin, back in the game again. Corbin was around before the channel. I gave him one of my 3D printers. I'm not sure, Corbin, if you heard any of this, but my CR10, I upgraded it. I put a V2 board in. I'm doing a BL Touch. I got the dual Z's in it. I did a Swiss Micro all-in hot end with direct extrude, and the magnetic bed cover thingamabob. And I'm gonna start making the parts again. But I'm modifying a Marlin firmware right now, and I'm hoping that I have a bootloader to be able to flash with this V2 board. Man, it's really good to see Corbin again. Me and Corbin used to work together at HP third shift, and struggled to stay awake at night to do our work. Get on it, bro. That would be rad. As a matter of fact, Dorito, we should have a conversation with Venom, and maybe you could do a bike too, because I've got their ear. So I don't know if LeFon would be angry about that, but yeah. Did he tell me the Ghost is the 250 or the 250 Cruiser, or is Ghost the 250 looking cafe racer bike? Oh my gosh, Venom really linked your KPM video to their site. They're getting away with it. They're only doing 2 bikes this year that they're doing for promotion. And the one that they're thinking about giving me is that 200cc auto, which my wife likes. I've read a couple of things online about it. There's an incredible shake to it. That's one of the first things I'm going to solve, is the shake. Oh, what's up, Dean? Dean made it to another live stream. Yay. Got 8 thumbs up. What time is it? Okay, my son's gonna finish swim in 15 minutes. I'm gonna go until the last second. I'm gonna go over the 30-minute because I'm having fun with this. What's up, Dean? Dean is a KPR 200 rider. Been there for a year or so. Is the KPM like the same thing as the KPR? Is it water cooled? That's the one thing I really enjoyed about the KPR 200, is that it was fuel injected and it was water cooled and it was a 6-speed, even though it's a 200cc, but it's still, that 6th gear really helps with the cruising and the fuel efficiency. Yeah, so we should. Too bad you're super far away. If we can come up with a cool enough plan, then maybe I should fly out to California as a business trip, so it's expensible. Oh, which, by the way, hey, check this out. All 4 years. Year 1, year 2, year 3, and this year is red. Which, by the way, Corbin, now that you're a channel member, I have to mail you one. So if you give me an address, or I'll just stop by and drop it off if you live in the same house. Do you ever make that video on your drink solution for Uber Eats? Oh, okay, so I did some upgrades on my equipment, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So here's a live only conversation. My brother sold his Gixxer and wants to buy a Zuma and do the 158cc, but I told my brother if he buys a Navi, I'll trade him the Zuma for the Navi. And the cool part about it is I'll still have access to the Zuma to do stuff with it, and then now I'll have a Navi, which if you look up my stats for my website under the metrics for Google, like for some reason, I'm getting a bazillion Navi hits, people looking for Navi stuff. If anyone's wondering, Navi is the new 110cc, looks like a Grom automatic scooter bike thing. Corbin says I've still got an orange one on my keys. So the orange one is a rarity. I will never make this combination of orange again. When I say combination, I mean orange, black wings, white line, white lettering, white on the back. I may make orange again, but the colors may be different on the inside. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make an orange one again until if I make it to 10 years. If I make it to 10 years, I'll make an anniversary edition one. But I doubt I'll make it to 10 years. Probably at 20,000 subscribers by then. Venom has a few things that have caught my eye. You know what I really want? And it's silly, but you know that little 90cc itty bitty sport bike? The little tiny one. It looks like if you were like 5 years old to ride, but I heard, and it's 2-stroke, I heard you could get those things to go uber fast. I want one of those. And I don't even know where I would ride it, to be honest with you. But it looks like it would be fun. Have you ridden one before? I've never ridden one before. I was thinking about buying one a long time ago, but I never did. But yeah, and then another thing, I wanted to find something that was like electric. Yeah, pocket rockets. That's it. Pocket rockets. And you can get them they get as expensive as $1,000, $50, $1,000, you know? So they gotta be somewhat good. Are y'all set up as an auto or bicycle in Ubers. So in Uber, strangely enough, they took my Zuma. They took the insurance, and I registered it as a Yamaha Zuma and everything. It's listed as a Zuma on my thing. Now, when I try to do DoorDash says that I'm not allowed to register that kind of vehicle in my area. And I thought that was silly because I'm in suburbia. I'm not in like a rural place, you know. It's pretty whatever. So I was talking to a guy who has a YouTube channel over in New York City, and he does some kind of hustle. I forget what his name was. Someone shared it with me, and I talked to him on what's it called, on Instagram. And he does bicycles, and then he has a ruckus, and he does delivery in New York City. And he says he can make, he looked at mine saying $50, and he's like, I can make 200 in a day. Yeah, that's because like you don't have to go between a house and a restaurant 3 miles between each part, you know. Your distance to food, person, and back is smaller. Okay, there's people walking by, so I gotta be quiet. I don't sound like a crazy person talking to myself. Look, there's kids playing in the bushes. They're gonna get in trouble. Their mom's gonna yell at them. But yeah, he actually sells like drink kits that hold drinks that you could put in the bar. And I upgraded my bag. Actually, you know what? I really need to record that video this weekend on my upgraded parts. I did Uber deliveries all the way up to where Corbin lives, and that's not exactly the closest place in the world. All right, my son's almost done with swim. Is Uber Eats on a scooter worth it considering the gas you save? Yes, because I burned a third of a tank of gas in my GTI, which now I know is a lot of money. So pretty much I of the $50, no, I made $70 one day. Of the $70, like 30 of that, 20 of that, 25 of that went to gas. So it wasn't worth it. Plus I put miles on my car, and you know, that GTI has 188,000 miles on it, and I want to drive it as minimum as possible because I want to keep the car forever. I don't want to buy a car again. And you know, I like my turbo car. I've always wanted a hatchback turbo car. Do they throw you long deliveries? Met a guy, registered a bicycle, rode a PCX, he thinks. I think so. Okay, so if you register a scooter, because when I did the car, it gave me much longer distances in my delivery. And when I drove my car, meal deliveries popped up more often than on my scooter. On my scooter, it didn't pop up very often. You probably see that from the video. I had to wait a minute for each one. In a car, it was like giving me deliveries in the middle of my deliveries. So I did double stack deliveries, which, by the way, if you do deliveries, read what you're double stacking, because one time I delivered from Chili's and from somewhere else, and my bag, which was huge, was like loaded with food, like crazy loaded with food. So yeah, I think there's an algorithm that realizes that you're on a scooter. The one thing I hate the most about delivery is these incredibly complex parking garages, these driveway gates that and then people not putting their apartment number in. Like, how hard is that to put your apartment number? One guy said, my apartment is across from garage 23. So I look at garage 23, I look, and it's an entire side of a building. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the side of a building. I can't find what you're talking about if it's the side of a building. So I call the guy. He's like, it's to the right over there and then go left after the first turn on the concrete. I'm like, just tell me the permit number. It's not that hard. Or the ones where the Google Maps takes you, there's 2 apartment complexes next to each other, and Google Maps, because of where the apartment is in the complex, it tells you to go in a direction, but there's like a gate there. So you have to like figure out how to get in, or they don't give you a gate code. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to tell stories like that, but it's like, it's definitely not a fun thing to do when you have stuff like that for apartments. What's up, Riney? Riney is here today. And what is an Omni GLH? I don't know what that is. Is that a scooter or a motorcycle? Anyways, my son is getting out of swim now, so thanks everybody for listening to me babble this time. I really appreciate these Monday. Like, I go into them kind of a little bit tired, but then I always come back out of them excited. Oh, GLH. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, Riney, I like the headlight. I like the way it sits, and I like how minimalistic it is. Wednesday, there's a video that comes out with actually how it performs. And remember, this is the non-pro version. Yeah, so it'll work out for you. Anyways, yeah, so next time we'll try to see if we can make this a little bit longer. So people always looking at me like I'm crazy. I haven't gotten yet used to this whole public part yet of talking in public. Anyways, thanks. It always brings me in a better mood. I'll see everybody next time. Thank you very much, Spencer, for the super chat, and Corbin, thank you very much for becoming a Stage 2 subscriber for the channel membership. Anyways, thanks, and I'll see everybody in the next video.